andate in onda su Radio Alchimia, rubrica Hyperspace, amore per la scienza. Hello, good day everyone. I'm now to speak about a subject which is very important today, that reflects a very ancient question about if we are alone in the universe. In fact, I am going to speak about the SETI project, Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence, namely a scientific project that using astronomy-like methods is going to search for the proof of extraterrestrial intelligence in the universe. I've been involved in this field since a long time, and I am still involved in that. Previously, in this radio, I've been speaking about the same subject in Italian. I would like to dedicate this subject now to the foreigner listeners, in particular to the Anglo-Saxon listeners. I have something to tell about this. It's not the discovery of hot water. The SETI project is going on since 40, 30 years, using mainly radio telescope and very specific protocols to search for possible intelligence signals coming from the universe. The search didn't furnish results so far, but new techniques have been developed in order to try to find a nugget among a lot of stones, and this is very difficult, really very difficult. We would like to expand this search. As you will see at the end of this brief talk, I will tell you how it's possible to add alternative methods to this search that are scientific as the previous ones. Before speaking about this, people must know what has been done so far. Practically since 40 years, there was an intention mainly based on the Arecibo radio telescope to search for extraterrestrial intelligence, starting from a very simple equation by Dr. Frank Drake, which is able to predict the number of extraterrestrial intelligence in the galaxy based on a set of physical parameters such as stellar evolution, planetary evolution, the evolution of planets, of atmospheric planets, the possibility that life can develop on some planets, and the duration of a possible technological civilization. So we are searching for both intentional and non-intentional messages from the sky, and we are using specific astrophysical techniques in order to search for them. The idea is that we might find one signal coming from the space, an intelligence signal, and the first technique was based on radio telescope, using a frequency that is based mainly on the neutral hydrogen, and frequency band between 1 and 10 gigahertz, namely the microwave window. We have been using several techniques, radio telescope, which are specifically devoted to this kind of research, and the idea is to use a radio telescope connected with receivers, amplifiers, and algorithm able to decode, to extract a possible very weak signal from the noise of what we hear. The key instrument here is a multi-channel spectrum analyzer, which is today able to scan about 1 billion frequencies simultaneously with a very high frequency resolution, about 0.01 hertz, along a frequency band of some megahertz. So far we found nothing, but a new project have been proposed, and something is about to become operational, in particular the use of new kind of radio telescope, which are based on the technique of the so-called phased array technique. The square kilometer array is now the collecting surface that can increase the possibility to get signal simultaneously from several parts of the sky. So the idea is to use a new radio telescope, to use a multi-channel spectrum analyzer that are very able to get a lot of frequencies simultaneously, and some projects are just about to be realized, like the ATA array of telescopes that is just being in preparation. A Russian billionaire whose name is Yuri-Milner has promised to the city community a lot of money funding in order to improve the capability to find something coming from possible extraterrestrials. And I will mention again his name at the end of this talk, because I have a proposal to make myself to him in addition to the standard city project. The microwave observing project is a powerful project that has created also a lot of techniques that can be used also for normal astronomy, and now a new strategy is being prepared in order to dedicate more telescope time to the possible search of extraterrestrial signals. The city project was born as a radio project, as a project based on radio telescopes, but I have to mention that it's not the only way among the canonical ways that the city is using, as also optical telescopes have been employed, because in addition to radio signals, intelligent radio signals, we are searching for optical signals that have a very specific characteristics, namely they are laser signals, they are nano-pulsed laser signals that are suspected, hypothesized to be sent by extraterrestrial civilization. And what we are searching for is that when the laser beam, the hypothesized laser beam, is aligned along the line of sight of the observer, this will make the star from which the signal is coming outshine from a level of 10 to 26 watts up to a level of 10 to 33 watts, so 6 order of magnitudes. This is outshining of the star that should last very short seconds, and it would be a proof of a signal, a laser signal that is sent by this kind of civilization. We can detect all this using optical telescopes connected with very high resolution CCD cameras that are made of big matrices of CCD systems, each one of which is working as a high-speed photometer. Why high-speed photometer? Because we are expecting that this laser signal is sent not continuously, but with every 1/1000th of a second. So we are waiting for a nano-pulsed laser signal that we can detect using high-speed photometer, using the CCD system of nowadays. So there is also this technique. Both the radio and the optical technique didn't furnish so far reliable results, except for some false alarms that have been explained by internal noise, by airplanes that were passing just over the lobe of the antenna, for instance. But some of the apparently false alarms might be explained in the future using a new strategy that I will speak shortly about. So we have the two systems that we are using in order to search for intelligent signals. But this is not the only system, because so far we have been using, especially the radio telescopes, making a sort of all-sky survey of the sky, just looking all over the sky, but we found nothing. The best way to search, to find something, is just to aim the radio telescope at the right targets. Which targets? Well, fortunately, in the last 20 years, we have found at least 2,000 exoplanets, extrasolar planets, in particular using the last technique, the transit technique, with the Kepler Space Telescope, that has permitted us to find many planets, some of which are rocky planets of the Earth kind. So those kind of planets might be the correct target where to point our radio telescopes, and in case also optical telescopes, in order to find intelligent signals. So we have first to find out which are the most probable target for SETI. One strategy is just based on the discovery of extrasolar planets, so we have ready targets where to point at. Another strategy, which is very important, is based on a hypothesis by physicist Freeman Dyson, who, together with Russian astronomer Sergei Kardashev, hypothesized that some civilization in the galaxy, in particular a Type II civilization, might be able to tap the energy of their star. Tapping the energy of their star means to build a huge device orbiting